Peace be with you. Welcome to another edition of Let the Quran Speak. My name is Sophia. I'm your host. Muhammad's struggles and trials, what lessons do they serve for Muslims today? And we'll also be taking a look at interfaith dialogue, what sort of efforts are being made in Canada and elsewhere across the globe. With me is Brother Shabir Ali from the Islamic Information Center. Brother Shabir, welcome to Let the Quran Speak.
It's my pleasure to be on.
Now, the verse we begin with is verse 32 from chapter 25, and it speaks about the gradual revelation of the Quran. Would you like to expound upon that verse?
Yeah, it says basically that the non-Muslims at the time were looking at the fact that the Quran is being revealed in gradual stages, a piece at a time. And they're making an objection to that. The Quran puts it thus: وَقَالَ الَّذِينَ كَفَرُوا لَوْلَا نُزِّلَ عَلَيْهِ الْقُرْآنُ جُمْلَةً وَاحِدَةً. And the non-believers are saying, why isn't the Quran revealed to him all at once? Mm-hmm. And then, so that's the objection. And then the Quran gives its own reply to that objection by saying, thus God reveals it, so that God will strengthen thy heart thereby, meaning the heart of the Prophet, peace be upon him. And we have recited it in this gradual way. وَرَتَّلْنَاهُ تَرْتِيلًا.
In arranged stages.
In arranged stages, yeah.
So why do the people have such an objection to this? I don't understand the objection, I guess.
Yeah, it seems ludicrous that they would make this objection, but it seems that they were trying to throw in whatever objection they can find, mm-hmm. genuine or not.
I guess there were some periods in which there just wasn't revelation. Maybe people were waiting for revelation.
Yes, but even so, it's not that they want more revelation to come. It's not like they're saying, oh, please bring us more, mm-hmm. Like let it come all at once. It's more to say, to find some reason to object. It's not that they want more, they want less, they want none of it.
Okay.
And so they're saying, oh, so you're bringing it a piece at a time. Okay, why don't you bring it all at once? But there is a divine wisdom in giving it a piecemeal. Medicine has to be taken a dose at a time, and giving it all at once could actually kill a patient. In this case, the Quranic revelation was actually a healing, as the Quran refers to itself. And people had to be healed gradually. They had to be given the message a little bit at a time so that they could absorb that and then be given some more.
I guess it was a very different and maybe even shocking message for the people at the time.
Yes, and if all of the commands and regulations were given all at once, then even some of the Muslims who became good Muslims later on said we would not have believed it. We would not have submitted. But it was because it was given to us gradually that we were accustomed to some things, and then we got more, and that we were able to assimilate.
So it strengthened their hearts, as God said.
Yes, and even the heart of the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, because the revelation, by coming to him in this gradual way, and by answering the objections of the objectors and skeptics, the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, was thereby given the continued assurance from God that, they say something and you have now the answer to give them. So he was continually being trained and prepped by God to go and face his adversaries.
And I guess that at every stage when there was a need for revelation came.
Yes, occasions would occur, there would be new circumstances, and there is a need for fresh guidance. And sometimes the message cannot be understood without the context, otherwise it becomes quite theoretical. Mm-hmm. So God could have revealed a message that says in theory, this is what you do in such situations. But that's different than if the situation itself occurs and then the instruction comes from God and what do you do in a situation like this one. So that situation is real, it's alive, and the message is completely absorbed because you lived through it at the time. So that was in the divine wisdom that it was revealed in this way, as different from if a writer were to sit in one corner of a room and write down the whole book and then have it published and people mm-hmm. are reading it, and then it's all in the realm of ideas.
Well, now that's the way we're getting it, right?
Yes, we're getting it now, but we also have the history behind us that we can read, and to a certain extent we can imagine the experience of the early Muslims, and we can share in it at least at this level.
All right, thank you for that.
You're welcome.
When we come back, we will look at Muhammad's trials and tribulations and what lessons those experiences hold for us today.